By now, many of you would have already come across the numerous videos and comments on that diplomatic bombshell erupting from some altercation between British social media star Brendan Kavanagh and a group of Chinese people. Now, Brendan was playing the public piano at Pancras, London, when a young Chinese lady approached him and told him that he was not allowed to have their images in his video. Now, that's when the whole misunderstanding started. Why do I call it a misunderstanding? That's because most of the commenters out there have no clue with regards to the actual motive of the Chinese group. They find their behavior bizarre, but it's not that bizarre if you could read the Chinese people correctly. Believe me, it's not as sinister as many people would think. Well, in the beginning at least. Having said that, I'm not defending the actions of the Chinese group. The two most disgusting parts of this episode are: number one, telling a British national in Britain that what he was doing is not allowed in China, and number two, shouting at Brendan not to touch that woman, to mislead members of the public. That's the same tactic used by people who run in front of your car, get on the ground, call out for help and accuse you of knocking him down. I myself had a similar encounter. Someone pushed me, dropped a glass bottle, shouted at me for pushing him, pointed to the shattered glass, claiming that it's his medicine worth 100 yuan. Now, many Chinese people are still fooled by fake videos on Douyin, but quite a number have gotten cynical. There are numerous examples of staged propaganda videos with behind-the-scenes footage leaked, causing great embarrassment to the Chinese government. Now, the first photo shows a woman from a flooded area being rescued from a rooftop, apparently by a helicopter. But in the background were two men standing in water that was not even knee deep. Was it a real rescue? Why were those guys waiting for rescue on the rooftop when there were people walking on the streets? Then there was this video of firefighters filling up sandbags to help with flood control. Netizens uploaded behind-the-scenes footage showing the men dumping the sandbags just a few feet away from that pile of sand. Now, the authorities are now very careful with this sort of staged propaganda videos. Netizens have gotten very observant and cynical. What does all this have to do with the piano drama in London? Well, to confuse you, let me show you what happened before this altercation. It's conflicting and confusing, but it's crucial to our understanding of what caused the whole fiasco. In fact, it's the trigger for the conflict.
Is she part of your crew?
No.
I thought she was part of your crew.
We're working for Japanese television, and the young lady is Chinese.
Yeah, come here, please. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's your name?
My name is.
Brendan. Very
nice to meet you.
Do you play? I used to play.
Yeah.
Well, this is amazing. I mean, I'm incredible. Are you going to play?
Yeah.
Come on, look at
that. Make sure it's boogie woogie or blues. Do you know boogie woogie? Yeah, do a bit of blues. Do some blues. Come on, man.
Oh no, we've got competition here.
Yeah, I know. It's actually looking great.
Good to see you. I didn't expect
Some blues. amazing.
We love the blues.
So anyway, we're here with the Japanese TV crew filming about public pianos, so hope you're all keeping well. Do hit that like button. Of course, the amazing Jim is their production manager, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.
It doesn't add up, does it? Actually, it does. It has something to do with a moment's indiscretion, a rude awakening, a kind request, then a demand. The whole performance, if you will, was impromptu and spontaneous. Everything was genuine and unscripted. Then, the props, the flags, arrived with the rest of the crew. These folks were roped in to film a video clip demonstrating that even though they were overseas, their hearts would always be with the motherland. Every year on the Chinese New Year variety show Chunwan, the state media would broadcast video clips of Chinese people living overseas proudly and happily celebrating Chinese New Year. Of course, everything is scripted and planned to the minutest detail. This London group suddenly realized, oops, what did we just do with a Yang Guizi? Some of the most popular videos on Douyin are anti-Japanese and anti-Western videos. Patriotism in China is based on enmity against certain people and nationalities. Having said that, the majority of Chinese people living overseas have nothing against Japan or the West. In fact, these folks are most keen on seeing the world beyond the Great Wall. But lest they get disowned in China, they must always be seen to be defending Chinese pride and even superiority, and not be caught showing how much they enjoy and benefit from Western or Japanese societies. If that spontaneous segment with a Chinese man playing the piano, a Yang Guizi dancing to the music, and a Chinese woman by his side were to be uploaded online, and some hater or cynical netizen on Douyin somehow got hold of that clip and leaked it, their patriotism would be placed in doubt. You don't seem to miss home. 崇洋媚外, right? It's a deadly sin these days. We won't know what's in that non-disclosure video shot by the group until it appears on Chunwan, perhaps. But one thing is for sure, if that impromptu segment gets leaked out, then these folks are going to look quite a bit like the flood fighting heroes we saw earlier. Now that is why they were so anxious not to be filmed or even have that earlier segment deleted. It's terribly unwise for that young lady to say that it's not allowed in China. It certainly isn't true, as there are hordes of Chinese people doing 直播 on the streets in China. And it's not that it has anything to do with privacy either, as these folks have their images all over social media, complete with Yang Guizi boyfriend. You can't say that they want privacy. She's not who she's trying to portray to her fans in motherland. That's it. But then, explaining their problem truthfully to Brandon would have been utterly embarrassing. So it escalated to image rights, racial discrimination, and so on. Of course, it's not about any of that at all. It's all a misunderstanding, and it's a pity to see how cordial human interactions and relationships can get shattered by extreme ethno-nationalism. If I were Brandon, I would know what they really wanted and name a price. But seriously, folks, it could be a misunderstanding in this case, but it won't always be a misunderstanding. There are 4 things in this episode that struck me as particularly disturbing. Number 1, imposing Chinese rules outside China. And the even more ridiculous thing is they are not following the rules themselves. Number 2, shouting at someone not to do something, making people think that he has indeed done it. That is grossly indecent, and we totally don't expect it from a well-dressed, well-off individual who's supposed to be an educator with the Confucian Institute. Number 3, a police officer who does not respect citizen rights and protects the foreign bullies instead of her own fellow citizens. Number 4, immigrants who behave like they're still in their country of origin, and true blue Singaporeans who worship a different motherland. We must not let such things happen here. That's like giving up our sovereignty. I'm not overreacting. Look, some people living in Britain are doing 1,000 things they can't do in China, and they have the audacity to tell the Brits in their own country not to do something that's not allowed in China. It's not just appalling, it's grossly indecent. If they try that on a Singaporean, we should all rally for their immediate deportation, along with all the 本地五毛. Sadly, Brandon is now bearing the brunt of keyboard warriors from China, who may be in the millions.
Hi guys, just to let you go, I don't know how the video is still up there, because if you look, I've just received this on the computer. Can you hear that? You've got case subject there, case subject, and I've just received literally now a third one. If I click into it, we've got yet another complaint on this video. So it's actually a miracle that the video is still up. So can I please ask you now, somebody is just desperately trying to get the video taken down. Can I please ask you, I know many of you have, to download the video in case the video is taken down. If it's taken down, you have my permission to completely upload it to your channel. They desperately want this video down, and as you can see here, just show you again, you've got, see those there, you've got case subject there, case subject there, case subject there. They desperately want this video down. Please download it. It's on the verge of being taken off YouTube. Download it, and if the video gets taken off, then please, we'll have a mass upload with my permission, copyright free. Let's keep it free, guys. Let's keep it free. Someone does not want this video on YouTube. God bless.
It's not freedom when you can impose arbitrary rules on other people's lawful activities. Very often, Western countries' freedoms have been exploited by immigrants who enjoy that freedom but also disparage that system to maintain their image in the motherland. We can't have the same mindset as that policewoman who told Brandon off. Make no mistake, we are not dealing with reasonable people here. Don't tie your hands behind your back and get yourself beaten up. There are millions, literally millions, who think that these folks are doing China proud, even when one of them proudly disclosed that she's a British national. What a shame. You guys have given citizenship to someone, perhaps many more like her, who keeps slapping you in the face, and the poor innocent piano has been sealed off from the public.